You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Behind the back! Are you serious? No hesitation on the shot. Ms. Rice feeling it. Make it 3 for 3. And Ciolino, see you later. Here's a chance for Sias, and there's a shot and a goal.
Will Spare will take it all the way. Touchdown Seahawks.
The extra look and the goal. A gorgeous goal by him. From John Duffy Court in the Bronx, New York, the Varsity Media Sports Network presents this Catholic AA showdown between the 25th ranked team in the country, the Crusaders of Stepinac, against the Cardinals of Cardinal Hayes. Good evening, everyone. Dylan Butler here. We're so thankful you're able to join us for what is the early season game of the year. It could be the first of 4 matchups this year between these two rivals in the Archdiocese. They will play again in White Plains. We know that for sure. They could play again in the Archdiocese playoffs, and they could meet a 4th time, perhaps in the intersectional championship game. A lot of expectations on both of these teams, which makes this a must-see event here on the Friday night. Friday night is back in the Catholic League, the triple header. It's not been around for obviously a couple years, COVID year, and last spring you had the kind of an abbreviated season, but this year it's all back. It's a triple header. It's a packed house here at Cardinal Hayes. They just made an announcement a second ago. If you don't have a red wristband, you got to get out. They sold this game out. It is going to be an event. Both of these teams, now think about this as well, right? When you don't have a year of varsity games last year, right? A real season. This is a new experience for so many of these players, right? So you've got Stepinac, where, you spoke to their head coach, Pat Massaroni. He said, we kind of forgot about the code of conduct and the anthem and all that kind of stuff until we played out at Holy Cross on Tuesday. And for Joe Loads, their first league game was a week ago at rival St. Ray's, and he said, our guys forgot what it was like to be yelled at while on the layup line, right? So an electric atmosphere here tonight between these two teams. They both come in here 2-0 on the season, 1-0 in league play. For Stepinac, as we just mentioned, they opened the season with a win over then-ranked number 26 in the country, St. John's out of D.C., a 46-43 win at the National Hoops Festival at DeMatha. And then they followed it up with a league win over Holy Cross, 82-48 in that one. Both of these teams have guys who are certainly known on the national level, sophomores who are known nationally, top 10 recruited in their class. For Stepinac, it's Boogie Fland, but he's out injured. He's out actually indefinitely, likely to miss probably half the season. And for Cardinal Hayes, we mentioned him certainly in our first broadcast. They opened the season with that 70-49 win against Fordham Prep, where they had the ribbon cutting here for the John Duffy Court. They followed it up with a win at St. Ray's, 74-65. Their kind of high name, certainly a massive player for them, is, of course, Ian Jackson. But today our impact players are a couple of seniors. And we start with Archbishop Stepinac, and their guy we've got to keep an eye out for today. They've got a lot of quality players, but a guy who's really kind of led them this year, and again, a young team for Stepinac, is Sam Gibbs, number 2, a 4-year varsity player. He's out of Rye. His first varsity game, check this out, R.J. Davis, who's now at North Carolina, was injured, right? So Sam Gibbs, as a freshman, steps in. 18 points here in the Bronx against Cardinal Hayes, his first varsity experience. So he's a guy who knows all about big-time games. He's getting recruited by the Ivies, the Patriots, some high academic D2s as well. You see his Average 16.5 points a game, 6 rebounds. You mentioned that game down in D.C., that National Hoops Festival at DeMatha. Well, Gibbs had 21, 5, 2, and 2 in that one, and he was the MVP for the Crusaders. And for Cardinal Hayes, another senior who really came up huge last week. It's number 21, Tariq Foster, 6'7" senior, averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds a game. He had 18 points in that comeback win at St. Ray's. They were down by 5 early in the fourth quarter. They went 13-1 to end that game. Foster was all over that, had a big putback dunk, chased down a loose rebound, some big plays to sort of change the game around. Rutgers has an offer. He's got Quinnipiac, Manhattan, Penn State, Pitt as well, all liking the long athletic wing who is Tariq Foster. So those are impact players for both teams. Let's take a look at our starters for both teams. First for the visitors from White Plains out of Stepinac. See Danny Carbuccia, just a freshman. Keep an eye out for him. Had 12 points in his first varsity game. We mentioned Fland is out, so Sam Gibbs comes in as well. He's a 4-year starter. Joel Baez, he is that glue, that defensive guy you have to keep an eye out for. Jacob Horgath as well, the sophomore, 6'9" in the middle, will be battling with Tobe Awaka inside. Isaiah Alexander was expected to be a starter, a little bit on the 6 side, so we're going to see Ben Little there, the junior, 6'5", 218. Head coach Pat Massaroni describes him, he says, in a very nice way. He is Dennis Rodman, just in terms of his ferocity, how he plays the game. The head coach, standing across the way here, is Pat Massaroni. In his 7th year, a 2006 graduate of Stepinac. His associate head coaches Rodney Swain, assistant coaches Al Shepard and Alexis Nunez. Now the starters for Cardinal Hayes. The Cardinals, again, 2-0, 1-0 in league play. DJ Victory leading the way at point. Also, sophomore Ian Jackson, number 11. Mamadou Traore, number 3. Tariq Foster, the aforementioned impact player that we have here. And also Tobe Awaka, 0-0 inside. He is going to be key again, 6'8". He's averaging a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds. Awaka and Jackson both fouled out against St. Raymond, so they've got to stay on the court. Awaka is such a good defender and such a good rebounder. You've got to keep him on the court. So foul trouble is a big issue, certainly for him. And the head coach of Cardinal Hayes is Joe Loades in his 14th season out of St. Francis Prep, a 1993 graduate, 264 and 61 overall. 3 times a coach of the year. His associate head coach is Tim Philp, and Tim Philp has a very close connection with Stepinac. He was the head coach at Stepinac from 2004 to 2013, had a 137 and 93 record there, went to the semifinals 3 times. 2010 Class A city champion winner over Cardinal Hayes. He was a coach of the year in the Catholic League as well in 2010 and 13. In 13, that was in the Double A. So that is the scene. We are set to go. It is Archbishop Stepinac. It is Cardinal Hayes. We'll bring you the opening tip after this. You're watching it all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net. It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media. Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court. Lineups being introduced. The Stepinac starters already introduced, and now PA is going over the starters for Cardinal Hayes. Again, big crowd. There's a great atmosphere here at Cardinal Hayes. You've got the student body behind one of the baskets. And a lot of the fans here today, they scouted out their seat for the freshman game, right? Like it's a triple header. It's a lot of great basketball. So you kind of have to get here early, like 4:30, and then just kind of stay where you are. Our referees today, Kevin McGuire, John Trotta, and Anthony Calisi. So here we go. Archbishop Stepinac, Cardinal Hayes. It's a different looking Stepinac team, right? When we last saw them, at least in league play, you had R.J. Davis, you had A.J. Griffin. Both of those guys now playing for ACC rivals with Duke and North Carolina, respectively. And Archbishop Stepinac also, they have that 2018 intersectional and federation championship for Pat Massaroni as well. And again, both of these teams, high expectations, both kind of, I don't know, maybe co-favorites. Hayes, you would certainly say, is the favorite, probably. But Stepinac's right there with him as well. Opening tip goes to the Hayesmen. And there is our aforementioned player of the game, Foster. Three-point shot, right side, rims out, no good. Carbuccia, the freshman, tracks it down. Hands off. Dribble penetration, baseline, it's cut off. Kicks it inside, stolen there by Owaka. Here comes victory. Hands off, Jackson inside, no good. Owaka, the putback for Hayes. There's Carbuccia crossing midcourt for the Crusaders. Absolutely packed here tonight. Carbuccia up top. They swing it. Left side, three. Off the iron, no good. That was Gibbs with the attempt. And the ball will stay with Stepinac. Fresh shot clock as well. They'll inbound underneath. Carbuccia, the long three. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Swatted away. That second attempt by Ben Little. And again, Stepinac continues their possession. They swing it. Dribble penetration. Gibbs pulls up and knocks down his first shot. 2-2 early going here at Cardinal Hayes. We're so thankful you're able to join us here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Dylan Butler here for the call. Ian Jackson for three. Off iron, no good. Rebound chased down by Hogarth. Hands off to Gibbs. Gibbs pulls up. Foul line jumper is good. Back-to-back buckets for Sam Gibbs. And he gives the visiting Crusaders the early 4-2 lead. Foster. Owaka puts it on the court. The little baby hook in the lane. That's good. Owaka with 4 as well. We are tied at 4. Carbuccia drives baseline, kicks it in the corner. They'll swing it. Gibbs drives, get out of town. Owaka, the rejection. Jackson, the other side, no good. Owaka crashes the boards. Back down we go. Pull up three. Off rim, no good. Gibbs, the putback. 6 already for Gibbs. All 6 for Stepinac. You think it's electric in here? 3 for Foster. That's good. Tariq Foster dials it up from downtown. Hayes with a 7-6 lead. Gibbs double drives. Kicks it back out. Taking a step there was Hogarth. Back to Gibbs. That shot's rejected by Foster. Here comes Victory in transition. Tried to draw the foul. No good. Back iron. Little volleyball tap back out. The little runner in the lane. Mamadou Traore. 9-6, the early lead for Cardinal Hayes. Chance of defense from the student section behind the basket. Carbuccia guarded closely by Traore. Tries to dribble left, and there's a foul on the floor. Call is on Traore. It is his first and the team's first foul. Up top, Carbuccia to Gibbs. Turnaround, baseline, short. Owaka, the rebounds. Quick push, Foster, another 3 attempt, rims out. Oh, the putback! Jackson! Wow. And Jackson on the other side with the foul. That should be a SportsCenter top 10. Watch Ian Jackson fly in for the putback. They are still going crazy behind the bench on that one, behind the basket on that one, excuse me. Floater is good. Ben Little with the response, but this place still buzzing off that ferocious putback by the sophomore, Ian Jackson. Victory in the lane, no good. Foster, second chance with the putback. Foster with 5, the lead 13-8 now for Cardinal Hayes. Ooh, Gibbs thought about it for a second. Long jumper, Owaka, another rebound. Victory to Jackson. Alley-oop, Foster, back iron, no good. Gibbs behind his back, nearly lost it. Foul line jumper, swings around, no good, tipped away. Battle for the loose ball. And we'll have a jump ball on the play. I don't know if there's not enough seats in the student section or they're just all still going crazy off of that putback, but a lot of guys standing up on that side of the court. First substitution for Stepinac, Braylon Ritvo, the sophomore, number 32, checks in. He replaces Hogarth. Victory, the steal, tries to draw the foul, goes for the layup off the turnover. 15-8 the lead now for Cardinal Hayes. Carbuccia up top, guarded by Victory. Gibbs wants the ball. Carbuccia. It's kicked out. Ooh, nearly stolen by Traore. Nice look down low. Scoop layup is good. 2 more for Gibbs. He's got 8 of his team's 10. A fast-moving, high-paced first quarter. Victory. Nearly loses it. Gets it to Traore. 17 on the shot clock. 3 in front of the Stepinac bench. Rims out, no good. Rebounds grabbed by Ritvo, the 6'6 sophomore. Transfer from Trevor Day School in Manhattan. Kick ball called on Traore. Isaiah Alexander checks in now for Stepinac. He was the one who originally was going to be in the starting lineup. A little bit under the weather. Not enough, certainly, to not play, but enough to not start. Three-pointer from the left side is good. Gibbs, he feels like it's his freshman year again when he had 18 here. He has 11. Oh, what a pass. Jackson again! He will not be denied. Filthy. On the baseline, that layup is good. Alexander with 2. And it's a 17-15 game. Pulling up. Oh, that's good. Tariq Foster. He has 7. By the way, we've only played 7 minutes of this game, as advertised. Gibbs, 20 on the shot clock, swings it down low. What a look. The little rejection there by Foster. He's got the ball. Foster in transition. 3, rims around, no good by Jackson. Here comes Gibbs. Quick pass, trying to find Carbuccia. Loose ball chased down by Gibbs. Swings it. That's a 3 ball, and that is good. Ritvo dials it up from 3. A 1-point game. Shot clock is off. Hayes can hold for the last. Victory out here at midcourt to Jackson. Back to Victory. 2 seconds. Foul, runner on the baseline is no good, and that does it for a sensational first quarter. You like some dunks? Ian Jackson is bringing it. That one from the baseline. He had the putback as well. An incredible opening 8 minutes here in the Catholic League. We'll take a quick break to collect our thoughts here. It's 19-18. Cardinal Hayes with the lead. You're watching this Catholic AA showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Arjulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman.
What a catch! This Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Make it, touchdown, touchdown East.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court. Dylan Butler here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. What an opening 8 minutes. 19-18 is your score for Cardinal. Hayes, who has had quite a run here. Let's show you some of their accomplishments from the year 2011 to now. That's their record. Amazing, right? 201 wins, 66 losses. You had a New York City and state title in 2010. You see the Archdiocesan titles, 14, 18, 19, all those league titles as well. A Final Four team in New York City in 2012, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19. We mentioned before Joe Lodes, 3-time head or coach of the year as well in 14, 16, and 17. They opened a door in the far corner of the gym. I don't know if it actually was warm in here, but certainly the intensity raised things. Off the bench for 3, Elijah Moore. And that's what Moore does so well. Dials it up from downtown, 22-18. The lead now as Moore gets on the scoreboard. Offensive foul called on Alexander. Here you see him again. Chance of you can't do that from the student section. His first, the team's first. Jackson to Moore. The amount of cameras, both still and video here, amazing. Mostly to see that man, Owaka, the offensive rebound, and the putback. Owaka has 6, and the lead is 6, 24-18 for Cardinal Hayes. A steal by Jaden Williams. They swing it quick to Moore. Williams, top of the key for 3, back iron, no good. Rebound by Howard Isley Jr. Gibbs double teamed. You go foul line. Alexander, that's good. Alexander has 4. 6'7" senior, averaging 10 points in Stepinac's first 2 games. Here is DJ Victory, maybe the best name in the Catholic League. Moore from 3, back iron, no good. And there's a foul over the back by Owaka. His first, team's third. Owaka will go to the bench. Foster back in for him.
6:22 remains in this quarter.
We got here sometime a little after 4, but we already had a designated spot. But again, a lot of these fans came hours early for this one. Carbuccia down low. Good body control in the layup by Hogarth. Foster for 3, no good. Carbuccia doubled right in front of the bench. Good defense there by Hayes. Ball knocked out, though, by Williams. It'll stay with the Crusaders. Both teams again, 2-0, 1-0 in the Catholic AA. Arguably the best league in the country. Carbuccia, back iron, no good. Jackson looks to run, pulls up from 3. Front iron, no good, but a foul was called first. It was on Alexander, his second. Also, the team's second. A reach in as Moore inbounds in front of us. Out to the backcourt to Victory as Hayes will reset. One of the cool things about Hayes is you've got a head coach and an associate head coach. Moore's 3, no good. Victory, the rebound. Lowers the shoulder, no good. Foster, another rebound. Look at the ferocity on the offensive glass. Back out to Moore. Tries to find Foster, but he will step out of bounds. But between Joe Lodes and Tim Philp, your 2 coaches, you've got an offensive coordinator essentially in Lodes and a defensive coordinator in Philp. So they kind of really kind of the yin to their yang, right? They balance each other out really, really well. Here's Gibbs. They go baseline, and nice layup there by Hogarth. 2 more for him. He's got 4, and we are tied at 24. Victory drives, gets contact, and also rejected by Little. And then also a foul by Victory. Victory's first, the team's 4th. Traore back in the game for Williams. There is the freshman Carbuccio. What an impact he made over the summer. Made all FIBA 16 and under team for the Dominican Republic. Pulls up from 3, but a foul was called first. An offensive foul on Hogarth. His first and the team's 3rd. So after a pretty clean first quarter, fouls starting to accumulate for both teams. Carbuccio puts it on the court, drives hard to the basket, and he was rejected on his way up. Massaroni thought there was a shot on the arm. Instead, they just say Carbuccio lost it on his way up. There is Traore. Hands off. Moore doubled. Jackson, dribble penetration. Oh, a scoop layup. He's got 6, but that's his first non-Sports Center type dunk for a basket. And he puts Hayes back in front, 26-24. Gibbs, hot hand in the first quarter. The runner in the lane, no good. Awaka, the rebound. He is a man-child. There was a concern about his level of compete today, whether he would be banged up. Saw him before the game, said, I'm fine, not a problem. There's a steal, Hogarth. Stepinac in transition, rejected from behind by Traore. Jackson! Again, sends the electricity through John Duffy Court. You don't need to pay for any heat here at Hayes. You just let Jackson get to the basket. 28-24 now for Hayes. 3-point shot, off back iron, no good. Here comes Hayes. And a deflection on the way out of bounds. Gibbs argues it went off of Foster. He will not win that argument. It'll stay with Hayes. Victory back in for Traore.
3:02 remains in the second quarter.
I think just to my right, there's at least 4 different cameramen. I think we've got 2 to our left. They're on the baseline on both sides as well. Friday night in the Catholic League is back. Victory. Guarding him out top is the big, so that's interesting here, the matchup, right? Where you've got 32, Ritvo. There's a 3 again by Moore. He was fouled on the attempt. Foul by Little. So Little's first, the team's 4th. This will send Moore to the line shooting 3. Our first trip to the foul line for either team. Moore knocks down the first. Joe Loads calls Moore, who misses the second. As good as any shooter we've had here. St. Peter's already an offer. Quinnipiac, Bryant, Manhattan Bryant here in the building, among other head coaches, or other coaches, I should say. So Hofstra as well earlier on misses the 3rd attempt, so he goes 1 of 3. 29-24 is your score as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Carbuccio, front iron, no good. Loose ball, it deflects out. It'll be Cardinal Hayes ball. Checking back in the game, Joel Baez. He replaces Ritvo. 3-year varsity player is Baez. He's got the NEC and MAC on him as well. Wagner, FDU called this week for him. Victory tries to swing it. Thought he was looking for more, and here comes Gibbs in transition. The lefty layup. He has 13, and the Hayes lead down to 3. Victory. Oh, pretty move. That's your DJ. Victory with 2 more. He has 4. Good hands by Awaka and Jackson. You can see what the plan is now for the Crusaders, right? Let's not let Jackson get any more of these highlight reel dunks. We said it in the Fordham Prep game, which was actually Ian Jackson's first varsity game. Again, no season last year for COVID. You had that shortened season up at Stepinac where you played like 6-7 games. Moore pulls up. That's good. So Moore with 6 now. But Jackson, a lot of highlight reel plays in that Fordham Prep win as well. Gibbs thought about it from deep. Carbuccia does take it from deep. No good. Ripping down the rebound was Little. And then Awaka gets called for the foul. His second, the team's 5th. And Ben Little will go to the line. Hogarth will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw attempts for Stepinac. Pat Massaroni, their head coach, joked in that season opening win against St. John's from D.C. Obviously had a little bit of home cooking there, right, at the Matha. Not too far from where they are. They went 2 of 3 from the line in the first quarter. The Crusaders didn't attempt another free throw. So, yeah, Massaroni says maybe some officials there with some home cooking for St. John's to D.C., but Stepinac still won the game, and as a result ended up in the national rankings by ESPN, number 25 in the country. Under a minute now remaining. Awaka foul line. Jumper is good. Showing that range that he has now, Toby Awaka, which is another reason why a lot of schools interested, including Fordham, St. Louis, and Yale. 3-point attempt. Oh, that's good. Right in front of the bench. That's Howard Isley Jr. Dad now the first assistant coach out at Michigan. Former Knicks player in his day and assistant coach. 30-second timeout here by Hayes. We'll stay right here as well as Joe Loads setting up this final play. First timeout taken by either team in a fast-moving but highly entertaining matchup here in the Bronx. This is our second Cardinal Hayes broadcast. We'll show you their schedule. A really good one at that as well. And that's what, listen, when you've got national players, you play a national schedule. You can see it here. They'll go to St. Peter's in Staten Island. Never an easy trip on a Sunday afternoon. That matchup against Iona Prep will have it here. Lehigh, 10th ranked in the country. They'll go to Arkansas for the Hoop Hall. They'll go to Springfield, Massachusetts for that Hoop Hall as well. A terrific schedule, and obviously it's a really good one in the league as well. 18 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Here is Victory. Looks to his bench. That's Isley out on him. 4 seconds. Tries to get it to Jackson. No good. Can Carbuccia get the last shot? He is rejected regardless. So it is no good. 35-29 is the lead for Cardinal Hayes. A terrific first half for both teams. Highly entertaining. Really, really good stuff. We're going to have head coach Joe Loge joining us. We're going to have you back up a little bit, Joe, a little bit more. Get back to the white line a little bit. There we go. You're good. Put on the headset. Let's have a conversation. Joe Lodes, the head coach now of Cardinal Hayes. I joked, Joe, that the door was open there, I think only because of Ian Jackson raising the heat level in this gymnasium. You know that he loves the spotlight. It is on him. Unbelievable. You've seen it before. You're not surprised, but what'd you think in your first sort of Friday night atmosphere here? Ian Jackson just obviously getting the crowd into a frenzy in that first half.
It was certainly a great high school basketball atmosphere, and you're right, it is 110 degrees in here, and I am losing a few pounds that I can't afford to lose. So, I mean, some really highlight reel plays. I mean, that's as excited as I've ever seen our student section get, and you know, I was pretty excited too. As a coach, you got to stand there and look calm, but you know, I wanted to jump up and down. But good for him. You know, he's a hard-working guy. He puts a lot of time into his game.
A couple of the keys that you mentioned as well. You wanted to have Tobey stay out of foul trouble. He's got 2, so kind of did that there as well. You manage him a little bit as well. But what did you think overall of your team's performance in the first half?
Well, I thought Tobey played great. I mean, he rebounded the heck out of the ball. He was all over the glass, and then he showed all of our college guys in attendance that he's got a real nice touch out to 15 feet. I mean, if you don't offer him a scholarship tonight, I think you need to find a new line of work. I mean, he looks fantastic.
Sure.
I think overall we had some opportunities that we missed. We missed some dunks. We missed a couple of layups. But overall, I think we're playing with good intensity, and I'm proud of my guys, that's for sure.
What do you want to see from your team in the second half?
Just come out like we did in the beginning. Like, it's not time to no lull right now. We got to feed off the crowd. I'd like to build, 6 up to 12 as fast as we can, and hopefully hang on.
You've said it before. I've said it as well. There's nothing like Friday night in the Catholic League. First half certainly lived up to that expectation.
The Catholic League is the best league in the country. I don't know why kids would even consider going to prep schools in these obscure places that I can't even find on my GPS. You should be here in the Bronx tonight if you're a college coach. I hope all 8th graders are watching this game and thinking, it's too late to put Hayes #1 on the tax test. Well, we'll still take it.
Joe Lodes, thank you so much. Best of luck.
It's great to be here with Varsity Media, the best media company in the world. Great. Thank you, Dylan. You're the best.
All right. I have to give you the check, I guess, in a few minutes, right?
The check.
We'll make it out to cash. That's head coach Joe Lodes. First half, what a first half it was. 35-29 is your score. The Hayesmen with the lead. We'll take a break. We'll get you some stats as well as maybe some highlights as well. You're watching this Catholic AA Showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net. It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media. Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
Over the middle, he's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, bank it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman. What a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Bank it, touchdown, touchdown East.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court. Dylan Butler here. Both teams getting ready for the start of the second half. We hope the next 16 minutes of action is as entertaining as the first was. What an opening half here. Friday Night Lights? Yeah, I think so here at Cardinal Hayes. We'll take a look at the leading scorers for both teams. For the visitors from Stepinac, listen, he was our impact player for a reason. It is Sam Gibbs, number 2, 13 points, had 11 of his team's 18 in the first quarter. And we kind of saw a little bit of everything from Gibbs, and you could see why he's getting recruited on that mid-major, that high academic Ivy Patriot League, the Rye native. A fantastic first half, 13 points. He's averaging 16.5, so he'll be above that. Dual leading scorers for Hayes. Two guys who have done it in a different way, right? Tobe Awaka, numbers 00. You see him there on your left with 8 points. A hardworking 8 points, right? The putbacks, the rebounds, really kind of battling inside. And then Ian, Action, Jackson had 8, including some absolute redunculous dunks from the sophomore. And again, you could see why, if you're not sure why college coaches are clamoring for him, here's one of the reasons. In transition, there's the righty flush. We saw as well an incredible putback dunk from him in the first half. Another dunk as well. We saw him lay it up. So 8 points for Jackson. There's the huddle for Cardinal Hayes. When we spoke in the lead up to this one about the keys for this one, Joe Lode said, look, the number one key to any game we play this year is to keep Tobe Awaka on the court. So certainly check that box in the first half. What a great first half. You heard head coach Joe Lodes mention that as well. Number two, he says, we need to get a shot at the rim every time down because there's a good chance that Tobe is going to get the rebound. So keeping Tobe on the floor, limiting turnovers to give him a chance to rebound as well. Those were a couple of keys for Cardinal Hayes in this one. And when we spoke to Pat Massaroni, he mentioned the keys for the Crusaders. We've got to be able to handle their pressure and guard what they do because he says Joe Lodes runs about 45 different sets, and then we've got to be able to rebound the ball as well. In the corner, back up top, it is Carbuccia. Gibbs drives, pumps the brakes, and gets two more. He picks up where he left off. 15 now for Gibbs, as Hayes' lead is 4. There's Traore handing off. Jackson up top to Awaka, who showed his range with that 15-footer. Little fake by Traore. The runner, off glass, no good. Another rebound ripped down by Awaka. Tries to kick it back out to Jackson. It is intercepted, though, as Baez puts it on the court. Little nearly lost it. Carbuccia, 3 from in front of the Stepinac bench, no good. Foster the rebound, gives it to the hands, the able hands of the senior point guard, DJ Victory. Getting a lot of Northeast 10 looks is Victory. A little miscommunication there between Traore and Jackson. Jackson zigged when Traore thought he would zag. Carbuccia, again, the only thing kind of missing from this game that you wish you had here on the court was Boogie Flan, the sophomore guard. He is out for maybe half the season, out indefinitely right now. Gibbs, 4-3, no good. Big rebound by Hogarth. He's rejected from behind, ball on the court. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal Hayes ball. But yeah, Fland and Jackson will be a fantastic matchup to watch. 2 of the top 10 players in their class. There is the aforementioned Jackson. Passes down low. Awaka rejected. Gibbs navigates the traffic, pulls up from 3, and he is fouled. Fouled by Foster, his first, and that will send Gibbs to the line, shooting 3. There you can see Foster just trying to affect the shot, but Gibbs will shoot 3. His first to the line. Gibbs makes his first. Gibbs, Massaroni calls a remarkable human being. Knocks down the second as well. He's embraced this year, Gibbs has, being a leader of this team. Massaroni calls him an extension of the staff and high academic guy as well. All 3 free throws are good. 1-point game, 35-34. Chance of defense from the Stepinac bench. Not sure how many from Stepinac were able to shoehorn themselves into this gym tonight. Victory, the spin move, no good, off glass. And now Stepinac has a chance to take the lead. Carbuccia does just that. His first points of the game. And Stepinac takes the 36-35 lead. Foster up top. Elbow jumper, that's good. Really good looking jumper from Foster, who has 9. Back and forth we go now, the lead back to the Cardinals. Carbuccia doubled. Swings it to Gibbs, back to Carbuccia. And you can see Hayes now doubling the ball every time they get a chance. A kickball is called by referee Kevin McGuire in front of us. So they'll change the shot clock to 20. A couple of substitutions. Howard Isley Jr. and Braylon Ritvo back into the game. Gibbs, pump fakes, Carbuccia from long distance. That was from Westchester County. A quick 5 from Carbuccia. 39-37 the lead for Stepinac. A hand check called, and you could see Stepinac getting closer and closer, just trying to make sure they just get anywhere near Ian Jackson. And a little, maybe an offensive defense substitution. Hogarth and Baez back in the game. Jackson will inbound in front of his own bench, gets it back to Victory. Carbuccia guarding him. And again, worth noting, Carbuccia, even though he doesn't look it right at 6 feet, he's just a freshman. We saw some talented freshmen for both teams. Stepinac won both of the earlier games on this triple header. Victory in the corner. 3-point. Ball is good. Mamadou Traore knocks it down. He has 5. And the lead is 1 for Hayes, and a foul on Carbuccia. His first team second. They called it, on Hogarth. I thought it was on Carbuccia. Victory will inbound in front of us. Gets it right back from Traore. Victory. Baseline, Jackson, no good. Skying for that rebound was Ritvo. In transition, stolen though by Victory. Great look across the court to Traore. Down low, Foster, and the foul. The hoop and the harm. The pass came from Jackson. Foul on Little, his second, the team's third. And Foster will attempt the three-point play, does just that. Foster with 12, 43-39 with 3:26 left in this third quarter. Runner in the lane. Good looking basket by Baez, his first points of the game. Joel Baez doesn't really care about his offense. Says his goal is to be the defensive player of the year. There is no such award in the Catholic League, but Baez, that is his aspiration, to be the best defender there is in the league. Victory wants it. Three-point shot from the corner is good. Victory with 7. The lead is 5 for Cardinal Hayes. Carbuccia doubled. Baez kicks it back out. Carbuccia wants it right back. Again, just a freshman. Carbuccia puts it on the floor, fouled on the way in. That foul by Victory. Again, our referees today, Kevin McGuire, John Schratta, and Anthony Calisi.
2:49 remains in this third quarter. Cardinals 46.
That's Victory's second foul, the second on the team here in the second half. Victory with the steal. Jackson calls for it. Unable to convert for the highlight again. Gibbs the other way. The scoop layup is good. So fundamentally sound is Gibbs. He has 19 on the game. Down low, Foster to Owaka. The extra pass, Owaka in double digits as well now with 10. He's averaging 13 points and 11 rebounds. And an offensive foul called on Carbuccia, his second. Substitutions. Fourth foul. Excuse me, that was on Little, they said. 48-43 the lead for Hayes, under 2 minutes, 1:42 to be exact. Moore for three, it's good! You've got to get out and defend Elijah Moore. He will bury it from downtown. 51-43 the lead. The sophomore averaging 7 points a game. Carbuccia tries to dribble on Jackson, kicks out for three. The big fella, Ritvo, knocks it down, showing his range. Ritvo, his second three of the game. Ritvo, 6'6", 200 pounds, high academic player. Pat Massaroni says he doesn't know if Ritvo knows how good he will be. You like your Friday night lights here in the Bronx? We've got some more in a week. Iona Prep comes to John Duffy Court. A 7 o'clock tip if it's anything like tonight, maybe more like 7:30, 7:45. The triple headers run a little bit long here in the Catholic League, but Iona Prep, Cardinal Hayes, 7 o'clock right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. You want to subscribe to us there on YouTube. Off the timeout, 1:15 left in this third quarter. Jackson inbounds it to Victory. Victory to Foster. Gets it back to the point guard. Foster guarded out by midcourt by Ritvo. Long arms of Ritvo. Also, you want to know how much that sophomore can grow? He's got a size 17 shoe. Under a minute left, third quarter. Victory hands off from way out. No good. That was from the Grand Concourse from Moore. Loose ball. Chased down. Carbuccia to Gibbs. He'll dial it up from three. And he knocks it down from the 9-1-4. Leaves those three digits up for the student section. 51-49. And that errant pass goes out of bounds. So with 24.6 left in this third quarter, Stepinac can hold for the last shot and perhaps either tie the game or take the lead. Carbuccia hands off to Ritvo. Foster out on him. There is Gibbs. Checks the clock. 12 there. Puts it on the court. Swings it. Spins. Defended really well there by Foster. Back the other way we go. Foster was fouled on his way up. I should have said he was defended well by Jackson. Foster was ahead of the play. There is 0.2 seconds left. Ritvo called for the foul, his first and the team's fifth. That will send Foster to the foul line. He knocked down his only free throw as part of that three-point play earlier. And he makes his first. Foster now with 13. He had 18 in that come-from-behind win at St. Ray's. A little adversity there in their first trip across the Bronx, as the second free throw is good. Foster was a big part of that come-from-behind win. He's been a big part through three quarters of this Hayes lead as well. 53-49 the lead for Cardinal Hayes. 8 minutes remaining in this Catholic AA showdown. You're watching it all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media. It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court. 8 minutes remaining. There's the student section. They've been loud and proud in this one. You heard Joe Lodes mention at halftime, maybe as loud as he's heard that student section. For Pat Massaroni's eardrums, at least there is no physical drum. He said in the past they've had drums here, and they generally find right where he is. They put that drummer, he joked, right at the end of his bench. (53-49) the lead for Cardinal Hayes against the 25th ranked team in the country. That's right, Stepinac off that season opening win over St. John's, D.C., entered the national rankings for ESPN. Foster's trying to get Hayes there. Buries the three. And the lead is 7. Steal by Jackson. Look out, he just missed the dunk. Foster the putback, though. Timeout by Stepinac. Foster, 32nd, will keep it right here. Jackson tried another acrobatic attempt, but Foster was there to clean it up inside. What a game by Foster. And we mentioned before, a week ago, they go to St. Raymond's on the road. No spectators allowed, but really it was actually a pretty healthy student body for Stepinac, or for St. Ray's in that game. And a tough one for a few guys. Awaka fouls out, Jackson fouls out, so Foster really had to have a big game in that one. He had 18. Victory as well had a big game. He had 18 as well, including 13 of 15 from the foul line. Hayes ends that game on a 13-1 run. They win it on the road, 74-65. Back to live action. 3 missed the mark. Gibbs chases down the rebound. Corner 3 by Ritvo, no good. Another big rebound by Foster. He has been terrific. From 3, why not try it? No good. Rebound grabbed by Alexander. There's Gibbs, gets it back to Alexander. He thinks about the 3. Front rim and the back, no good. Loose ball on the court. Alexander, the putback. 6 for Alexander. A 7-point lead. And a timeout is called. A full one by Cardinal Hayes, so we'll take it with them as well. 6:31 left in this fourth quarter. Cardinal Hayes with a 58-51 lead. You're watching this Catholic AA showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Arjulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The Frickery Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman. What a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this in the other direction. Make it, touchdown, touchdown East.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court. Dylan Butler here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 58-51 the lead for Cardinal Hayes in this rivalry showdown with Stepinac, the first Friday night showdown here in the early season, and again, maybe the first of 4 matchups. They will play again, we know for sure, in White Plains, maybe again in the Archdiocese playoffs, as well as the intersectionals. 3 by Jackson, no good. Who else but Foster to chase down that loose ball, and he's fouled by Carbuccia. The 6th team foul. So the next foul will be a 1-and-1 bonus for Hayes. Not a lot of free throw attempts in this one. It's been a clean game, and that is an off-the-ball foul by Awaka, his 3rd. And the team's 3rd as well, so we'll go the other way now for Stepinac. Crusaders winning the freshman game. They won the JV game as well, but Hayes trying to go wire to wire in this one. Oh, and a little stutter step traveling violation called on Alexander. Blew a tire on that one. Not to say that they've led the entire way. Obviously, Stepinac has led, but it was 19-18 for Hayes in the first quarter. Maybe as good a first quarter as you will see in the country, as Victory looks to drive baseline, affected on the way up. It'll stay, though, with the Hayesmen.
5:56 remains in this ball game.
Victory lightning fast, a throwback point guard. He will press you the whole floor. You've not really seen that today. Here is Gibbs, though. And Gibbs fouled on the floor by Foster, his 2nd.
Foul called on number 21, Tariq Foster. That's his 2nd personal, team 12.
Gibbs is standing at the foul line, but he's not taking a free throw. That foul was on the court. Gibbs leads all scorers with 23 points. Gibbs is public enemy number 1 here at Cardinal Hayes. Hands it off. Awaka, the rejection. In truth, Little was already kind of going to the court. Awaka just sent the ball there with a little extra emphasis. The ball stays with the Crusaders, and another foul was called. This off the ball, fouled on Traore. There you see the rejection there. Crowd likes that one. 2nd, and now the team's 5th. So those team fouls creeping up. Both teams getting close to shooting free throws. Gibbs again inbounds in front of the crowd, and there is another foul called. This on Foster. So after a first, really 3 quarters played at a breakneck pace, a little stop and go like the traffic out on the Grand Concourse at any hour, really. Inbound, kick back out. Gibbs wants it at the top. Instead, the runner is good. And the foul, Isaiah Alexander will go to the line, attempting the 3-point play. Foul on Victory, his 3rd. There you see the runner in the lane. That also the 7th team foul. Alexander to the line. He most likely will reclassify in a year's time. Misses that free throw. Prep route is the way likely he'll go, but there's some college coaches who are like, hang on, Isaiah, we kind of like you right now to come to our program next year. Foster, front rim, no good. Wanted the foul, didn't get the call. Carbuccia will get the call out at midcourt. Foul by Jackson. His 2nd. That'll send
Into the ball game, number
Carbuccia
one,
to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
shooting at the line, number 0, Danny Carbuccia.
Carbuccia is a name to know. He could be another one of these top 25 nationally ranked kids. He's being thrown right into the fire, mostly because of the injury to Boogie Flan. Front rim's the first. Oh, Ritvo rips it down. The putback is in. Been impressed with the play of Ritvo. He has 10, and that Cardinal Hayes lead, a precious 3. Awaka inside. Gets it off his shoulder, no good, and then a foul is called. Awaka will go to the line. Little picks up his 4th.
Shooting at the line for the Cardinals, number 0, Toby Awaka.
So 1 and 1 for Awaka. He gets the friendly roll for his first free throws of the game for Awaka, who now has 11. A physical specimen. Joe Lodes joked he is boxed up everywhere like Ivan Drago out of the Rocky movies. Awaka knocks down his 2nd free throw. It's a full timeout by Cardinal Hayes. We'll take it with them as well. 5 minutes left in this one. Cardinal Hayes with a 5-point lead. You're watching this Catholic AA showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court here in the Bronx. Dylan Butler with you on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 5-point ball game. Stepinac with the ball. Carbuccia for 3. No good. Awaka. Another big rebound. To Foster. He'll back it up to Victory. Victory gets the screen, a double screen. Awaka kicks it down low. Spins, foul line jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound goes to Stepinac. There is Gibbs. Gets it back from Ritvo. 4:17 left. Gibbs, the extra step, and he will go to the line. The 4th foul on Foster. Also the team's 9th.
Shooting at the line for Stepinac, number 2, Sam Gibbs.
So Gibbs, who has 23, he's 3 for 3 from the line. Make it 4 of 4. Gibbs, his stat line all over the place. 16.5, 6 rebounds, knocks down the second, 4.5 assists in the first 2 games as well, averaging 3 steals, an 88% free throw shooter early season. 3-point game. Foster to Awaka, draws the double team, spins down low. Strong move by Awaka. 14 for the big fella. The lead is 62-57. Baseline, losing it. Victory, I think, got a piece. And it will be Cardinal Hayes ball.
Cardinals basketball. 3:43 remains in this ball game.
Victory crosses midcourt, hands it off to Jackson. Foster, they'll go back down again to Awaka. Tries to back down as a defender, and a foul was called down low.
Fouls called on number 0, Danny Carbuccia. That's his second personal.
It was Carbuccia's second, and it will send Awaka back to the line. It's the team's 8th foul.
Mamadou Traore. Shooting at the line for the Cardinals, number 0, Toby Awaka.
So 1-1 for Awaka. Knocked down both of his earlier free throws. First is good. Showing that nice touch as well from the foul line is Awaka. Third-ranked student in his class, arguably the best rebounder in the league as well, misses the second. A 6-point lead for Cardinal Hayes. Carbuccia hands it off to Alexander. Now they'll run the weave at the top. Carbuccia, Ritvo hands off. Carbuccia goes into the next lane and misses. Here is Jackson, puts it on the court. Wisely turns around, gets it to Victory. Load says, we're in no hurry, DJ. Under 3 now to play, fourth quarter. Victory out by their scorers table. 17 on the shot clock. Foster sets the screen, now peels off of that. Victory with 10 on the shot clock. Gets it to Jackson. Back to Victory. Back to Jackson. Puts it on the court. Drives. Kicks it down low, and an offensive foul is called on Ian Jackson.
Offensive foul called on number 11, Ian Jackson. That's his third.
That is his third and the team's 10th, which means that the next free throw and every subsequent free throw will be for 2 shots for Stepinac. Full court is the pressure picked up here by the Cardinals. Gibbs walks it across midcourt. They'll go corner 3. Ritvo again! Another 3 for Ritvo. His third of the game. And it's a 3-point game. 11 for Ritvo. Buries that one from his own bench. And what an impact Ritvo is having so far, his best game on the varsity level. You see the bench there for Stepinac. You see Pat Massaroni a little bit on the outside of that. Now he heads in. He says, look, our 2-0 start kind of credits our defense. He says it's a lot better than where he thought it would be and what he's seen in practice as well. St. John's DC was held to just 43 points, and they had a player in Christian Watson going to Miami, another player in Shane Lancaster going to Niagara, as well as a 6'10 sophomore and a 6'4 lefty point guard. The D is what has stood out to most. They held St. John's to 43. They held Holy Cross to 48. He said it's been pretty impressive. We want to see how our defense looks against a better or a more stout opponent in Cardinal Hayes, who's scored 63 to this point. But it's been a good start. And make no mistake, the expectation for Stepinac is a city championship. That's the same thing that Joe Load said as well. City chip or bust. Oh, Waka! A man amongst boys down low. 5-point lead. The defense chant by the student body. Gibbs looking to orchestrate from the top. Gets a screen. Gibbs pulls up. The jumper is good. 2 more for Gibbs. He has 27 on the game. 3-point game, under 2 to go. Victory taking some air out of the ball. Guarded by Gibbs. Victory 13 on the shot clock. Hands off to Foster. Swings it. Jackson, 6 on the shot clock for 3. That is good. They call it a 2, a long 2. So 67-62 is the score. Gibbs guarded closely by Victory. Works off a screen. A minute left in the fourth quarter. Gibbs fakes the 3. To Carbuccia. Gibbs claps his hand, wants it back. 13 on the shot clock. Gibbs puts it on the court. Get out of here, says Owaka. The crowd behind the bench behind the basket loves it. Gibbs just smiles. So does Owaka. Certainly nothing between the two, right? What we do have, though, is 8 seconds on the shot clock. 50 seconds on the game clock. 67-62 is the lead. They'll back up that crowd a little bit off the baseline. As Ritvo will inbound underneath. Three-pointer, Carbuccia in and out. The rebound, put back attempt, no good, but a foul was called. And Alexander will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Owaka, his 4th. So 2 shots now for Alexander. Transferred in as a junior after his family moved from Pennsylvania. Athleticism, his length, he's got size. Knocks down the first. Maybe his biggest improvement this year from that abbreviated season a year ago has been his motor. It is drastically increased, and he's shooting it well right now as well. Massaroni calls Alexander a vital player for us. Certainly part of the Ian Jackson plan defensively. Knocks down the second as well. 46 seconds left, 3-point ball game. Shot clock could be a factor here. Owaka down low. 2 more for Tobe. Carbuccia quickly down the other side. 3-point attempt is good by Alexander. Timeout by Stepinac. Alexander is heating up late for the Crusaders from the corner. Ice water in his veins. Full timeout was called. We'll keep it here, though, with 28.9 seconds left. What a fourth quarter by Alexander. He has 9 points in the fourth quarter. 9 of his 13. It's a 2-point ball game. They're talking it over between both benches. Joe Lodes didn't really like what he saw from that Rays game. He did like what he saw from Foster. Says he's matured so much. To see him tell me, don't worry, coach, I've got you. I'm going to get hot. Then he knocks down 3 consecutive threes to give Hayes the lead over St. Ray's. But he said, look, our first league experience on the road, he says it wasn't a great one. We did respond late. We did get a win. But he said that Rays took us, being Hayes, out of a lot of the stuff we wanted to do by pressuring us. And they played tougher than us. Off the timeout, Foster to inbound underneath. Baez guarding him. Victory doubled. Looking for help. Fouled from behind by Baez. So they are still in the single bonus. So Victory will go to the line. His first trip to the line here this evening. He was a big part again of that win at Rays. He had 18, but 13 came from the foul line. He went 13 of 15. He's really improved on his jump shots this year, has DJ Victory. Again, a lot of D2 looks at the moment, but Joe Lodes thinks by the end of the year, he should have 5 Division I starters. Big free throw here for Victory. Rims out. 2-point game. Stepinac, a chance to tie or take the lead. Gibbs out at midcourt. Shot clock is off. Gibbs up and under. Back iron, no good. Loose ball. Chased down by Gibbs. Carbuccia for 3. Back iron, no good. Alexander the rebound. Side of the backboard. 1.7 seconds left. It'll be Hayes' ball. 3 attempts by Stepinac. All went wayward. That's how close they were. We're not quite done yet. They're chanting goodbye, but there's 1.7 seconds left. And also, if Hayes goes to the line, it'll be for the 1-and-1. There you see the student section behind the basket getting excited. They've been excited all game long. We will endeavor to get a player of the game here. Might be hard through this electric crowd. 1.7 seconds left. If you want to get it into the hands of a guy who's been really good at the foul line, maybe it will go to Foster. He's been 3 of 3 from the line. Tobe Awaka in this game has been 3 of 4. Off the timeout, or the first whistle, Stepinac on the court. Hayes, not quite yet. Off this full timeout. Again, these two teams will meet again up in Westchester. And we hope this could be maybe a 4-round fight. 1.7 seconds left. There goes the inbound. The foul was called, but is it before time expired? Conversation among the officials. They will put time back on the clock as Ian Jackson will go to the line. Again, he is shooting 1-and-1. Foul on Alexander. It is his third. 1-and-1 for Jackson. His first free throw attempt. The first one is a big one. He makes it. The second will be even bigger. 0.3 seconds on the clock. A second free throw will essentially ice this game because it makes it a 4-point game. You don't expect Hayes to foul on a lob down the court, right? Missed the second, doesn't matter. That is your final score. What a game. 70-67. Cardinal Hayes with the win. They improve to 3-0. 2-0 in league play. Stepinac ranked number 25 in the nation. They are now 2-1, 1-1. We'll take a quick break. Let's see if we can get our Varsity Media Player of the Game interview when we return. 70-67 is your final score. Cardinal Hayes with the win.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to John Duffy Court. Dylan Butler here with the Varsity Media Player of the Game. Listen, I like when we have this synergy where we have our impact player of the game. We talk about a guy before the game, and he has a great game as he did. It is Tariq Foster. And Tariq, congratulations on a win. Big victory for you guys. You were so instrumental in that win at Rays, but now you're home Friday night. First big game here at Hayes in quite a while.
Yeah.
First, how did it feel, man?
Man, I feel great, being back with my teammates after so long. Just to play with my guys. They stuck through. We could have gave up, but we stuck through, got the win, made some big plays. Couldn't do it without my teammates.
Yeah, Ian comes in, first of all, and nearly blows the roof off this place with those dunks. I feel like that energy was there from the very beginning. I mean, it was incredibly fast-paced, high-tempo, early start of the game. You knew Stepinac was going to stay with you. They did. What do you think was some of the keys there for you guys down the stretch to pull this one out?
Like down the stretch, we made some big plays. Was able to get some big rebounds. Toby was able to get some big rebounds. Boxing out, making sure to secure the rebound outlet. Our best is in the half court, but when we're down the floor, nobody can stop us. I believe that.
Yeah. And I think a key for you guys as well was Tobe, as well as Ian. They were on the court at the end of the game. That wasn't the case when you had to kind of lead by example there at St. Ray's. But terrific game from you guys. It's a nice rivalry here with Stepinac. You knew they'd come in and play well. They're nationally ranked. I think you guys probably think you deserve a national ranking. You think maybe you opened some eyes here of maybe some people who didn't maybe recognize you guys on that kind of a national level.
Yeah, Stepinac is a well-coached team, but, it was two teams going back at it. But at the end of the day, it's who makes the less mistakes at the end. Who was able to make less mistakes and was able to come out to win.
19 points on the game for your team. Another big performance. 18 at Rays, 19 against Stepinac. You've got some college coaches looking your way. I think you're opening a lot of eyes yourself here in the early season.
Yeah, just the work I put in. I believe in my work.
As you mentioned, right, in transition and the way that you guys play, you're not a five-player team. You've got guys coming off the bench. What do you think about the prospects here this year? I think Joe Loades and Tim Philp, your coaches, put it on you guys. It's kind of chip or bust this season. What do you think about that opportunity?
Oh, it's a great opportunity. He put us in a lot of stuff that we weren't able to, go to. And, we're just trying to show people that we can play. Like, we can play with some of the best, as you can see.
I think in a packed house tonight at John Duffy Court, you guys certainly did that. Tariq Foster, congratulations on a great game. We wish you the best of luck going forward as well.
All right, thank you.
So that is our player of the game, Tariq Foster. What a performance by Tariq. A big one from him and a big win as well for Cardinal Hayes. 70-67. They hand Stepinac their first loss of the year as well. We remind you as well, if you like this broadcast, if you want to see a little bit more Cardinal Hayes basketball, we've got another big one next Friday night. Iona Prep will make the trip from Westchester as well to come down to the Boogie Down Bronx. 7 o'clock tip for that one scheduled. Again, part of a triple header, might be a little bit later, but should be a fun one as well. Iona and Cardinal Hayes Friday night from John Duffy Court. That'll wrap things up here for us from Cardinal Hayes. For Matt McCower-Brown, giving you all those moving images that you loved so much, especially some of those highlight reel dunks. And Chris Sweeney, our director extraordinaire. I'm Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.